how traditional systems earlier we are having. Okay, earlier we are having shared disk architecture. Okay, here your storage is sharing by your clusters. Cluster means it's a group of systems. Okay, means each cluster is maintaining separate CPU, means RAM memory and their metadata information separately. Just it is using the your disk only. Okay, means your storage, whatever you are having the database things and all, it will be shared. Okay, there is some additional advantages with that one. Means easily you can able to do the transactions and all. So and you are having some separate metadata, so easily it can be accessed. Okay, no need to go other place and need to no need to get the metadata information and all. So since it is already inbuilt with the CPU and this one, easily you can utilize that one. There is some advantages, but you cannot increase your warehouse sizes. Means you cannot increase your performance wise, it will be very low, since all the systems are using your disk and metadata separately. You cannot do the parallelly. Okay, that is the some disadvantage with the shared disk architecture. Okay, next, earlier days one more structure is using people are, that is shared nothing architecture. Means each cluster will be integrated with separate disk. Okay, each cluster is integrated with separate storage. Okay, only clusters only communicating the data now. Means this type of architecture will be there with the Teradata and Netezza things. Okay, so with this one, since it is a very much integrated with the cluster, your storage, so easily it can pick the value, pick the data from the your storage. So parallel processing will be more in this type of architecture. Okay, but here in case of what will happen now, there will be chance of to lose the data. Okay, some let's assume you are having some data in here, some data ingestion will be happen in this database, some data is ingestion happen in this database, so there is a chance of missing data. Okay, of course there will be, for that also there will be some mechanism to get to control the loss and all, but there will be some drawbacks with this one. Okay, but it will we can do with the massive parallel processing. Means you can do your analysis, or you can do your transactions, everything in parallel. If you are having n number of clusters, means you can work with n number of systems. Okay, you can able to do n number of system. Okay, since separately memory is allocated directly, those systems will do all the times. Okay, but these clusters cannot already I told, right, this metadata and maintaining separately, so they cannot communicate, they cannot share your metadata and all. Okay, there are some drawbacks with this one. So all these features, whatever you are getting benefit with shared disk architecture and shared nothing architecture. Okay, this all the features you implemented in the Snowflake. Okay, it's a hybrid of traditional shared disk and shared nothing database architectures. Okay, here your storage is separated and your metadata is separated, and you can able to add n number of virtual machines. Virtual machines means warehouses, means it's a servers. Okay, that will be separately maintained. Okay, now what will happen with this one, easily this warehouse can easily communicate with your storage and your metadata. Okay, parallelly you can able to share the metadata and storage, so your process speed will be increased. Okay, with this shared Snowflake architecture. This we can say multi-cluster shared data architecture. You are having multi-clusters and you are having sharing data. Okay, single centralized storage you are using. Okay, it is separated as a it is separated. Okay, inside this one it will be for storing purpose. It is using cloud environment. It's not the on-premises environments and all. For virtual machines and will maintain in the cloud itself. That is already where you might aware of that one, EC2 machines or virtual machines or GCP engines. Okay, that and all will be there already. That Snowflake will maintain this virtual warehouses and this completely cloud services layer. Okay, till now anybody have any doubts? Share nothing, share disk architectures. If you don't have, I will go ahead. I will continue. Okay. What is database storage layer? What is compute layer? What is layer? I will explain. Okay. Next, database layer. Okay, database storage layer. What it will do? Actually, your data is storing in your cloud. Okay, it will support all the structured data and unstructured data, semi-structured data and all. Okay, mostly Snowflake will work on structured data and semi-structured data, but storing and all we can do, but that will be as a field. Okay, that is different. But mostly you will be working with SQL, that is with the structured data and semi-structured data. Okay, it will support all the data types. Okay, like JSON format, Parquet file format. You know, right? What is file formats and all? JSON means you will be having some key value pairs. Okay, and Parquet. Okay, it's a columnar format. Avro, row based format. Okay, transactional things and all. If you want to use means on premises side, people will use the Avro data types and all. Okay, there are having some unique features with different data types. It will support all the data types in the Snowflake. Okay, and next there are having some different data types, and whenever you are losing the something, okay, you will get that features. Okay, there will be some time travel things and all. Okay, since it is time travel things and it fails safe. Okay, something happened for the storage. Okay, in the any of the data center. Okay, I told right, this already Snowflake will maintain this copy of the your organization data in some other place, so it will recover by the Snowflake. So that and all features will be there for the this one. Okay, and it is a highly encrypted Snowflake. Okay, features wise it's encryption. They are using some, this is some standard to encrypt the data. Okay, so it is a high level encryption will be there with this one. And by default the data is storing in the micro partitions, so that I will explain later, micro partition topics and all. Just meantime you can remember that one. Data will be stored in the form of micro partition, and your data will be stored in the columnar format. Okay, if you are using the columnar format, easily you can do the compression. Okay, compared to ORC and all. Okay, you will be huge compression will be there, so your storage cost will get reduced with this one. So, and with the storage layer, whatever you are having the data, you can apply by using some applying the some SQL queries, you can get the information and you can give the access and all. Okay, this is what database layer. Next, query processing layer. Okay, query processing layer means we can say that is a muzzle of system. Okay, it's energy. Okay, so where you are performing the action, where you are performing the your query. Okay, with the help of warehouses means servers, nothing is there in that. Okay, so with that systems you can do the processing and all. Okay, you can create n number of warehouses. If you want, you can utilize that one. Okay, just by selecting the at the time of warehouse creation, just by selecting your warehouse size, easily you can change. If you are having huge amount of data, just by changing your warehouse size, easily you can manipulate that one. So you won't lose the time. Okay, your performance will be high. Okay, and there is advantages with that one, right? So if let's assume I have used I am using all the times bigger warehouse, what will happen? Your cost may get increased. Okay, I want to reduce my, so I won't get much transactions. Okay, so I want to reduce my size. So if you are reducing the size means your cost will get uh, reflect in your billing, right? So your cost will be less. So there are so many advantages with the scale up and scale down things. I will explain that what is scale up, what is scale down, just for your understanding architecture. I am telling this one. Next, okay, this already I have shown yesterday. What are all the warehouse sizes, how it will be. Okay, that we can see at the time of warehouse creation. Okay, okay, this menu I will explain. That time I will explain. Okay. Next, cloud services layer. What are all the things will be there? Okay, here you can see access, authentication and access control. Authentication means you should be user can be allowed if that user is having the rights. Otherwise, it won't allow. Okay, user management will be there with in the cloud services layer, and access control based upon your roles and responsibilities. Okay, only you can able to access the your objects and whatever you are having in the database, whether you are having DML operations, DDL operations rights. So you can do that one. That and all will be there in all the databases. In cloud services layer, it will be maintained in the Snowflake. Infrastructure things. Okay, where what are all the warehouses is active. Okay, that warehouses things and infrastructure things will be maintained in the infrastructure layer. Okay, next optimizer query plan. Okay, how the query will be executed and what is the means normally if you are executing the queries in Snowflake means no need to do much performance tuning things for the query. Snowflake by having intelligence, his own intelligence, it will prepare the plan for that. Okay, finally it will take the best plan in that one, it will execute that one. So that's why if you search in a Snowflake performance tuning things means you cannot get much information for that because Snowflake itself having their own intelligence, artificial intelligence will be implemented in the Snowflake side itself that is there in maintained by the cloud services layer. Your plan and execution things, okay, how the data will be query will be parsed, everything will be maintained by the your optimizer. Okay, next transaction manager. If you are doing the CRUD operations, CRUD operations means create table, create objects, okay, do insertion, updation things, deletion, dropping things, okay, anything will be maintained by the transaction manager. Okay, security. If you want to provide the more security, like say there are so many objects like secure views, okay, and roles based upon roles and responsibilities, you can able to give the rights on objects and your system. Okay, all the features will be high security features will be there in this one. Your data will be highly compressed. Okay, so that and all will done by the your security uh, mechanism. Okay, next metadata, it is very important. Okay, metadata, actually data will be storing as a partition, micro partitions inside the your storage layer. So what are all the micro partition is containing, okay, data will be sorted. Okay, each micro partition having some header information like if you are using rdbms, okay, or any oracle and all means you have to query all the times, okay, for the count, getting the count or max values, min values, for basic aggregated values you have to query all the things. And all the times it will go to your metadata and it will search for the data files and all, okay, in the RDBMS analysis. But in case of Snowflake, your metadata information will be there at cloud services layer. Always system will be communicating with cloud services layer only. So very much means communication will be, communication speed will be more here. Okay, it is your all warehouse information and your data information will be there in the metadata, so easily it can access while doing the process. Okay, what are all the where we are having the data, okay, what are all the values till that micro partition contain, okay, and which warehouses we are working, okay, query information, there are so many metadata tables are there, query history, load history, these things, so much information schema will be there in the metadata layer. Okay, so it is separated and it will be used parallelly used by the your warehouses. That is the advantage in the Snowflake. This feature is not there in other databases. Okay, metadata sharing option. Okay, this is the basic architecture of Snowflake. Anybody have any doubts? This cloud is cloud services layer, we can say brain of the system. Yeah. No, you can choose at the time of Snowflake account creation. Okay, you can choose any cloud. Okay, backend it will store. And if you whatever you are using the cloud service, based upon that, your pricing will be there. Any of the cloud. Okay, AWS, Azure, and GCP. It's not running on private clouds. Okay, like IBM cloud, there are having some other additional clouds, right? So that and all will not support. Till now, it is existing on AWS, Azure, and GCP. Yeah, they don't have any separate cloud. They are utilizing already existing clouds only. Very well used clouds only. Yeah. Anybody have any doubts? Shall I go ahead? Basic knowledge like what is SaaS, what is PaaS, okay. So how it will works in the cloud environments, okay. How you can do the scalings, how you can add the systems, okay. Same thing will be there in Snowflake. Even if you don't know, also as a developer, you won't not require that much, okay. Just you have to aware of the architecture, how it will internally work. That's it. Even though you are not having the cloud cloud knowledge and all, no matter, easily you can learn. If you know SQL, that's it. Easily you can work with Snowflake. That is the only prerequisite. Okay. Anybody have any doubts? Shall I go ahead? Okay. How you can connect the Snowflake? Okay. There is a web UI to connect the Snowflake, and you can connect with the command prompt CLI. Okay. Client interface. Okay. Command line utility, we can say that one. SnowSQL, we can connect that one. You can connect with some JDBC UDC. Okay. If you want to work on, there is a DB viewer. Okay. Like that, some third party tools are there, right? So by adding the JDBC connections and all, you can utilize, you can work on Snowflake in the tools, okay. And you can using some Python connectors, Python Java connectors, you can work with Snowflake. And you are having some third party connectors to ingest the data and all, okay, like ETL tools, Informatica Talent, Metilin, okay. This is also one of the ingestion tool, okay. These are all the way to connect the Snowflake. Okay. Platforms. Already I told, right? Snowflake will support three platforms, that is Azure, AWS, and GCP. Okay, there will be some private clouds as well. If the AWS, in case of AWS, that is not the separate cloud environment. But if you want to work on more sensitive data, that AWS will support that one. You can that they will give rights to the separately for your organization and all. Okay, that is private cloud. We can say that one. Next, regions. Snowflake is having data centers all over the world. Okay, in US having so many data centers. Okay, and Europe also having. In India also they are having two places, Mumbai and Pune, I guess that one. Okay, so they are having their own data centers. Why this many data centers are required, right? So some let's assume you are doing business in India. Okay, something happened at Mumbai location, so they should be having some, okay, means that government restrictions also will be there to maintain the data centers and all. Nowadays India is not allowing to share Indian data to other countries. So how, what they can do, they have to establish their data centers in India. So that, and there will be some get some benefits, okay, like storage benefits or something, whatever there will be benefit, cloud benefits will be there if they are maintaining the some different regions, and they will be having some replications of your data center, okay, for your account. There are some due to high availability and all, and to reduce the network traffics and all, they are maintaining the this many regions, okay. Next, Snowflake editions. Okay, we are having three types of editions: standard edition, enterprise editions, business critical editions, and we are having some private cloud, virtual private Snowflake as well. That is for high security, like banks information. Okay, that and all. If you want to use means, that is virtual private. They are using. Normally people will use standard edition and enterprise editions, okay. If you want to use some little bit secure things and all means, business critical editions people will use, okay. It will be in business critical edition, there will be insurance companies, okay, very more sensitive, right, the insurance things and all, okay. That and all we can use in the with the business critical edition things. With each and every edition they're having features, whatever you are having features in the standard edition, that will be supported in enterprise edition along with some additional features, okay. That what are all the features we'll see in next slides, okay. Same way business critical and virtual private cloud networks as well, okay. And it will vary the your pricing also, whatever you are based upon your editions and all, okay. Next, see editions compare. features wise, release management. So if you are using the enterprise business critical virtual private network means every day they will release, every day or weekly the Snowflake will be releases the new features. Okay, maybe new features are some drawbacks are, okay. It's a Snowflake is, it's a kind of baby database software, cloud software. Okay, it's around just, it's a 2012 only it's implemented in market, it came around 2015. Okay, not have much experience, so there will be some drawbacks. Okay, there will be some problems. So everything weekly they are updating and they are releasing that one. Okay, so enterprise and business critical editions you will be having that weekly editions updates you will get, and you can install your directly automatically. Snowflake account will take care for that these editions. No need to do your edition changes and all. Okay, automatically that features will be enabled to the your existing account only. Okay, and there will be some security issues. Okay, security governance means the government rules whatever you are applying, right? So that and features will be allotted. Okay, these are all the features. Okay, federation authentication SSO. Okay, SSO feature might aware of that one, how to connect the systems and all, how you can secure connect while connecting the system securely. If you want connection means you have to utilize uh, that these editions, all editions are having. Okay, encryption will be there, multi-factor authentication will be there, access control will be there. So these are all the features are having these are editions. Just you can google it, you can come to know what is the feature is having each edition. Okay, SQL support. Okay, advanced DML if you want to do that one. Okay, perform the unstructured data, perform the structured data. That all the things will be there in all the editions. Few editions may not be having that features. Okay, like see this one is Amazon GPA gateway private endpoint external functions. There is some external functions are there. Okay, in the AWS, that external functions may not work in the standard edition or enterprise editions. Okay, in business critical and virtual private cloud networks it will work. Okay, and computer resource management. Okay, elasticity of your warehouses and all. Okay, resource monitor things. Okay, multi these features based upon your editions, that features will be enabled. Okay, these are all the features. Just you can read it by seeing this one, you can come to know that one. Okay, that will be there. Just go and search in the documents dot snowflake. Okay, there you can search the Snowflake editions, you can get the features. Okay, next pricing will be vary from one edition to another edition. Okay, earlier it is a little bit more 2.20 per dollar per credit. Okay, how internally your billing will be happen means based upon your warehouse size, based upon your consumption, based upon your storage. Okay, storage type, billing will be happen to the your Snowflake account. Okay, so for standard editions per credit it will be $2. For enterprise edition it is $3. For business critical it will be $4. For virtual private cloud network that will be separate cost. Okay, that dealing will be there with the directly with the your AWS environment with your organization, that they are not disclosing here. Okay, but common cost will be like this. Okay, even storage cost also will be vary. Okay, if you are on demand storage means let's assume you are inserting the data, you are purchasing the storage cost at a time. Okay, I am purchasing 1 TB this time, maybe I will use or may not use. Okay, so if you are purchasing this it's a $23 per TB per 1 month. For storing 1 TB data of information per 1 month it will be system Snowflake will be charged for $23 at a time if you are purchasing. Okay, if you are purchasing on demand, okay, going forward this may increase. Okay, let's assume you are starting the business, normally no need to purchase compute complete storage. Okay, I want 100 TB of data. Okay, if you purchase like this means you have to pay $22,300 as a storage cost initially itself. I don't want to pay initially. Okay, maybe when my organization is growing, that time only will get huge amount of data. So to store whatever you are having till now, for that we can say on demand, whenever you are required you can purchase that storage cost and all. So if you are purchasing on demand means per TB it's $40. If you are storing at a time before using this one it will be $23. Okay, Next, how Snowflake URL. Okay, what are all the components will be there in this one. Okay, URL will be like this. If you are using URL like this means you will get UI as a like this. Okay, there is a two different URLs are there. Okay, snow site and classic UI. So okay, if you are using the URL, let me open that one. Yeah, this is whatever you are having till this one. It is the user account. Okay, next here it will be user ID, and next will be the component. Next component is this is the where you are having region. It will show that one. It is my Snowflake account is there in the Europe West 4 region. Next, this one will be the your cloud form, which one you are choosing. Okay, GCP is the cloud platform I have used like that. Okay, this is the components in the URL. Okay, there will be separate URL in the Snowflake. If you are using the directly the Snowflake means, let me open that one. Okay, your URL will be like this. Okay, you will be having all the features whatever you are using having in the Snowflake classic UA. All the features will be there with the snow site as well, but here there will be some additional things. Okay, you can create the dashboards, you can create the uh, admin activity separate, and you can create the resource manager separately. Even you can create with this one, but visually you cannot able to implement the dashboards and all. Okay, graphical things and all. Okay, that you can do with the SnowSQL things, Snow site and all. But classic UI having more information. Okay, so these are all the URI. This we can say user menu. Okay, here you will be having by default what is the account details, account admin role, what is the account ID, that and all will be there here. Okay, what is your organization. Okay, that name separately that will be maintained by Snowflake. What is the edition, enterprise edition, and where it is located, that location name will be there, and region, everything will be there in the your account information. And this we can say ribbon menu. Okay, by selecting your roles and responsibilities. One second, something happened this one. The ribbon menu having some this one. Okay, the help menu. Okay, if you want to get some help from the Snowflake. Okay, if you want to check the documentation now, directly you can go and check the, no need to google it that one. Okay, directly you will get the all the Snowflake documentation. Okay, and if you want to connect partners, okay, third party connectors, okay, whatever you want, you can select and you can directly install. Okay, it won't take much time. Just it's in seconds it will complete. Informatica, Hunters, okay, whatever you want, you can connect with Partner Connect directly. Okay, if you want to install your softwares, okay, go and check in your downloads. Okay, all the peoples I am suggesting, you can download the your SnowSQL. Okay, it is a, there is a in download section help menu. There will be some CLI. You can install your Snowflake repository. Okay, here you can select your versions. Okay, Windows, your system is Windows means you can choose this one. If it is index Linux means you can choose that one. Okay, based upon you can choose any one of the file name and you can install that one. Okay, it will be installed in your system. Okay, so that you can able to open your Snowflake account in command prompt. Okay, just by using that command prompt snowsql hyphen user account, directly you can connect that one. Okay, you can work in the command prompt, so you easily can do the practices and all. Okay, let's see. Just I will explain the first how URL will be there. Okay, if you want to download your JDBC connection details and all means, just you can connect with that one. If you want Maven repository, you can download that one. If you want to connect with Java, you can download this one. Okay, that and all will be there. ODBC drivers. If you want to connect with these things, okay, what we can say JDBC connections means ODBC connections means if you want to connect with DB viewer like third party tool, if you want to connect with means you have to go with your ODBC connector details and all. Okay, there will be some having keys. Okay, you need to authenticate. Then you can utilize that one. Okay, next, yeah, yes, yes. Yesterday, Yeah, yesterday UI is, that is no site. Okay. Okay, in snow site you cannot able to see much components. Okay, here also having that one, but UI is little bit not easy to understand. Okay, these features having some additional features by default. While creating the UI, it will show like that. If you want to see all your objects, okay, at one place, and if you want to see means it easily can understand what is this one, what is warehouse, what is current database. Okay, all the information if you want to see that and all, means you have to go with your classic UI. Okay, in snow site you can able to see that one. Okay, I will show you that one. I will show you. Database means what? It's a cloud database, right? Already I told. Everything, it's everything will be created in cloud. It's not connected in your any of the installed softwares and all. Okay. Okay, in profile it will be there. Okay, profile, here you can choose your UI. Okay, classic UI and snow site. Okay, if you are choosing snow site win, your this one will be like this. Okay, actually there is some problem with trial versions. Okay, by default it is showing snow site. Here we cannot able to change that one. Okay, but how you can use this one means, just you can make this URL as a like this. Okay, https, and you can specify your account details. After that, snowflake computing dot. Okay, like this, if you make URL, you will get this classic UI. Otherwise, by default, after creating your snowflake account, you will get the URL like this. Okay, app.snowflake.com it will start with. Okay, if you are using like that means, it will be snow site UI. Okay, actually you cannot see able to see much components as a developer. Okay, that will be used for the other people. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm sharing that here. Okay. Just after creating your account now, just you can change your account ID here. Okay, first already I have explained, right, what are all the components in this account details. First one will be the account, and next one will be the region, and next one will be the cloud services. If you are just, you can utilize this one, you can easily get the classic UI URL. By default it is showing snow site. Directly you are not able to moving to the classic UI. Okay. Okay, what I did, something I have done. Next, worksheets. Okay, you can create a number of worksheets here. Okay, normally organization will use only one account, but developers will be there more, and testers will be more. Okay, people are using snowflake, multiple peoples. Okay, to make unique queue their works separately means, you can create a number of worksheets. Okay, just you can create for your name with one worksheet. You can one more person you can create with one more worksheet. Okay, like that you can create and you can work on it. Okay, next, warehouses. Just I am showing the UI components what are all there. Okay, next, warehouses, you can create the components by using some commands, or by create in the UI itself. Okay, just simply by selecting the warehouse menu, and here just by pressing the create keyword. Okay, just you can give the your warehouse name something. Okay, something data snowflake. Okay, like that I will give. And you can, already I told, right, you can select a number of sizes. Okay, it will support 4x large, means 180 128 credits will utilize. Okay, here extra small means eight servers are will be there. Okay, if it is 4x base, you will be having 128 into 8 servers. Okay, that many servers will work on your query. Means if you are using huge number, means bigger warehouses, means your query processing will be happen on parallelly, so your query performance will get increased. Okay, just it's a matter of changing the warehouse. So what how much data you are getting, you can do with this one. Okay, next, you can specify the maximum clusters. I don't want to use multiple number of clusters. I want to use only two clusters. Okay, you can do the auto scale up, right? so that you can here you can use that one, or standard and economy. Okay, economy means it will be a fixed number of scaling. Okay, fixed number of servers will work, and if you are using standard means you can vary the your server sizes and all. Okay, you can specify the how many number of clusters required, how many minimum clusters required, that you can specify in this menu. And you have to, if you are not using the cluster means, if you want you can stop that one, auto suspend, you will be enable that one. Okay, if you are not working today night, just you can suspend after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so your billing will not come into that one. So once you want to you want to work on, okay, on the same cluster, okay, simply you can use the auto resume. Okay, automatically it will be activated when you are querying the data. If you want to give, you can give that one. Okay, internally if you are creating with URL also, with UI, internally it will create one statement, and it will create the statement in the backend. Okay, that will execute and will create the cluster. This is the way will create creation of warehouse in the UI. Anybody have any doubts? No, right? Okay, let me create AWH warehouse. Yeah, yeah, tell me. Not required. Not required. Okay, if you want to access that AWS account information in Snowflake means, if you want to store from that AWS location to here means, that time you have to create. Otherwise, no need to create AWS account. Okay, you are having data in AWS Snowflake means no need to touch any other database or not. Directly you can create work here itself. Yeah, that I will tell you. Data ingestion things I will explain. Okay, as of now I am explaining the UI topics. Okay, unable to create. Okay, access control error, insufficient privileges, because actually you will be having rights to create this one. Okay, here I am in the role is, okay, let me open that one. I am in the account admin role. Account admin role is not having the create the warehouses and all. Okay, by default they will give some users, okay, some roles. Okay, sysadmin will be having the create the warehouses and all, creating the objects, any objects. Okay, warehouse, database. By default system admin will be there. Account admin will be having the billing information. It's the primary user. Okay, whoever creating the account, that person is the account admin. Okay, next public role will be there, and security admin, who means creating the roles and all with the security admin. You will be having the rights to create the roles and responsibilities. Okay, that you can do with the security admin. Sysadmin, okay, system administrator. Okay, by default you can create the objects with the sysadmin role only. Okay, on top of that, if you want to create customized roles, you can create and you can work on that one. By default, as a developer or as a DBA, people will use the sysadmin role. Okay, user admin role. User admin role means you can create the users, a number of, if you want to share the data to other users, if you want to create the users. Okay, by default you can create with the user admin role. So you can do with the sysadmin role also, but it will internally, but for external user creation and all with the user admin role. Okay, these are all the basic roles and responsibilities of the roles. Just I have explained. Okay, let me use with the system admin role. Okay, next I want to create the warehouse. Right now I can go and create the warehouse now. Okay, DWH, data warehousing. I will create the name as a Snowflake. Okay, I will give size as a X small. While doing practice, better to use X small, since you will be having some 400 credits or something. Okay, as a trial versions. If you are using more bigger amount of bigger warehouses mean, your credits will consume more, so easily within less days you will get your Snowflake account will get expired. Okay, you will create the warehouse. Unable to warehouse. Yeah, SQL access control error, insufficient privilege. Yeah, I will give the grants, how we can give the grants and all. I will see, I will show you. Okay, no issue. Next, marketplace. Okay, even I'm not sure what is the market. Okay, uh, next, data shares. How you can you can share the data to other people and all that you can by creating the data warehouse. Still I am in sysadmin role only, right? Okay. Next, you can create the databases and all with the this one. Okay, db underscore test. Okay, I don't have rights. I will give the privileges for that. Now already 9:10. Tomorrow we'll resume the class. Okay, just I am showing the UI components what are all there. Okay, you can see all the database objects. You can search the objects in the start with. Okay, here you can search your objects and all. Okay, here you can see the your previous execution queries. Okay, and you can display the data here. And if you want to see that one means you can add the columns. Okay, all the things. And if you want to see the query history and all means you can open the history. Okay, here you can see the query histories and all previous execution statements and all. This is the UI. Okay, anybody have any doubts?